my team does that I know a lot of people don't do is like we create like a private group and all the employees are like using Facebook.
Okay.
And then
for your
like,
team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as like everyone just scrolling through like using like Facebook as usual, they just, if they see an ad that they like, they just share it to that group.
Oh, okay.
So it's like your own like database of like ads that you all
Got it.
like.
Okay, so now you're training these two people up, and you found an offer that you want to do. What's next?
We work like 16 hours a day, like 7 days a week.
And what are you doing? Like, what's the thing? Like, what is happening during those 16 hours?
Okay, so we're like writing copy. That's another big thing that I feel like most marketers like leave out.
Yeah.
It's just like writing copy.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think like, oh, I'm gonna like make this ad. I'm gonna like make it tricky, and I'm gonna throw it up. I'm gonna throw it up there, and then like the algorithm is gonna take care of it. Like, I mean, I've seen people lose tons of money that way, and like it works sometimes if someone else already like prepared all that stuff for you. But a lot of marketers like completely leave out that whole like copywriting stuff.
Okay.
The
Do you have
actual
a
sales
resource that you like for that? Like you like ad skills for the other stuff?
Great Leads, and then
Great
also
Leads.
just following like Justin's Facebook too.
Okay, cool. So, and Great Leads, that is a book. That's a program.
Book. It's like jujitsu for sales copy.
Okay.
So you understand like where someone's like levels at,
Uh-huh.
and then like attack them at that level.
Okay.
Versus like the way that most, like I'm not gonna say like most marketers, but a lot of people like will just attack every single problem like with the same thing. They're like, okay, open it up with this.
Right.
Say this in the middle,
It's
and then
not
say
as
this in the
formulaic as
middle.
that.
Say this. It's like
Right.
you can't just like step into everything the exact same way.
Right. Okay. So now you're putting that together. You've got the offer. How do you make your first sale? You go to Facebook, a Google ad. What do you do?
Right now we're only doing, actually no, we're not only doing Facebook right now, but we started out with only Facebook.
Okay. So you start on Facebook, you put up the ad and build a landing page, and it's an affiliate offer, so no inventory, no fulfillment, anything like that. What kind of commissions do you look for when you're looking for something like this?
For me, I usually try to work around like the $35 to like $90 payout.
So
range.
a CPA, just a cost per acquisition, where you get a bounty. If you get a customer, they pay you X dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you negotiate anything higher, or do you just take what they give?
Yeah,
you?
you can negotiate.
Yeah?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can negotiate all kinds of stuff.
So say somebody's offering $35 on something. Do you have any kind of thought, like what do you start thinking, or how do you determine what you need to get to make this worth your while?
Well, you could always say like, hey, I'm trying to scale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause what some people do is they'll scale it up like unprofitably, or not even unprofitably, but like break even, and then ask for like a pay bump.
Right.
And then like once that pay bump happens, then like the profit
Then it
starts
works.
coming in. Yeah.
Okay.
And then like, but every time you start an offer too, like obviously the affiliate network's not going to just volunteer to give you more money.
Right.
Especially if you didn't do anything. Like
Right.
if you have like 0 sales or like even 10 sales a day or something, they're going to be like, and then you ask for more money, they're just going to be like, why?
Okay. So do you follow that? You don't go in advance. You kind of wait, build it up a little bit, and then go in?
Yeah, you usually want to have like a couple hundred sales going.
A couple hundred a day.
Yeah, I mean, at least a couple hundred.
Just a couple hundred.
So
Okay.
like usually around like, for me, like at 500 or something, I'll just be like, all right, what about like $5 more or something?
Okay. And is that kind of where you're after, or are you saying I've determined that my cost per acquisition for me to get a buyer is X, and I need to make this much to break even on it or to make money? Or do you have any formulas that you use, or is it just, hey, how about another 5? Come on.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it's that too.
Okay.
It's like both. Because
Okay.
like if you notice like a rise or whatever, and then like if you also notice that there's not that much competition, like if you kind of find out like you might be the only one running it.
Right.
Because there's spy tools on the internet that you could use to see what other people are doing.
Yeah.
So if you don't see that many people and you're like, oh, I'm like the only one.
Nice. Okay.
You're like, I wonder what like the average order value is, and then like you're like, all right, I wonder how much more I could get out of this.
Okay.
So then you just like ask for more. But then there's also like the situations where like if it hits Q4 and then like all of a sudden like ad costs go up, and you're like, hey, I can't maintain this scale without it. Then you just have to be like, hey, you either give me like $10 more or I cut everything off right now.
Okay. That's a cool thing that you just mentioned, the seasonality of expenses in ads. Around Christmas, everybody's spending money. Around elections, everybody's spending money. So ad costs can go up. How do you balance that out or deal with that?
I actually just had like a company retreat, like hackathon type thing.
Yeah.
That just like, we addressed that entire thing.
Yeah.
So we came up with like different strategies, different products,
Want to
like
share any cool
new
ones?
angles. The products or the
No, the strategies.
I guess like a really good, I mean, this is like not a secret either. Like a really good thing to do during the holidays is like 20 best Christmas gifts,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. The listicles.
Anything for ad costs, like any strategies that you were like, this actually is going to make a difference that you can share?
As far as ad costs,
Just
I
dealing
mean-
with that. Because it's something we found like at our e-com businesses too, is when an election happened or when it was the Christmas holidays or the December holidays, depending on what you follow, that you just kind of stop. We just would roll it back during that time because it just wasn't profitable. So
I've actually done that where I just stopped.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at the retreat, I'm trying to get out that retreat.
Yeah.
Is there
I'm
anything
trying to,
great there?
I mean, but like last year we kind of just cruised straight through it. Like,
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're just like, okay.
I don't know if it was like just different that year, but like the previous 2 years, I remember just killing it like entirely in December and just restarting in January.
Okay, yeah. That's what we ended up. We tried so many things and we ended up doing that. So I didn't
Yeah.
know if you had broken through that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the spy tools, which is one of my favorite things. What spy tools do you like, and what do they do?
There's AdBeat. That one's good for like native. So you just do a search, like all of like the, it's mostly for like native and display stuff. So you'll find that stuff there. Find the websites. You could kind of see like the websites that other people are running it on, and then like if you're only running Facebook, like target that website interest or whatever. And then there's also another one called AdSpy. It's a Facebook.
Is that
spy
your
tool.
favorite one because Facebook ones come and go? They get shut down a whole lot because of Facebook saying,
Yeah.
we don't like that.
Yeah,
Ad
I mean
Spy
that's
is
just
your
like one
favorite
that
right now.
that's one that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
I
others?
don't really have like favorites
Okay.
ones because I know that those go away so quickly.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
What else do you use? What else do you like on the tools side of things for that kind
A lot of
stuff?
this stuff too is just like, so here's like something that my team does that I know a lot of people don't do, is like we create like a private group and all the employees are like using Facebook. So
You create a private group for...
just a private group that all the teams in.
Okay,
And
for
then
your
like,
team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as like everyone just scrolling through like using like Facebook as usual, they just, if they see an ad that they like, they just share it to that group.
Oh, okay.
So it's like your own like database of like ads that you all
Got it.
like. And
Okay.
then like every week, usually we'll just go over like, hey, like I really like this ad. And then so I actually have like a creative director now. He'll just go and like make it.
That's cool. So how do you get shown those ads? Is there like, do you go and click and like the offeror, the publisher, or the whoever the product maker is? How do you get?
I think after enough time, like especially if you're clicking on similar offers and you just get pixeled,
You just start
they just
showing
start
them.
showing up.
Yeah.
And then when you like them and share them, like they just start showing you more stuff like that. Like, after enough time, like especially if you're clicking on similar offers and you just get pixeled,
You just start
they just
showing
start
them.
showing up.
Yeah.
And then when you like them and share them, like they just start showing you more stuff like
Okay.
that.
And is that
So pretty much my entire feed is just like all my competitors
All
stuff
your competitors.
and me.
okay? Nice.
Yeah.
Great.